Hey everyone, welcome back to part 9 of Draconian Conjurer, the game of the month, some month in the past. We finished Elf in the last one. We got a bunch of really cool loot, including the flail that we're currently wielding that has RLEC random, or not randomly, yeah randomly, and plus 10 intelligence. That's sick. We got an amulet with acrobat plus invis, some stats and extra stealth, an MP plus 9 in plus 2 ring, I don't know, some other bits and bobs, but it was pretty fantastic. And so we're going to be heading into vaults now. Oh, is that ring just better? That ring's probably just better. So the R poison ring we were using before has RLEC on it as well. But we have RLEC on our amulet now. So it's probably worth having this one. I mean, it's got extra stealth. It's giving minus dex but plus int. So it maybe affects our evasion, but I don't know. Costs more powerful spells, so we're doing it. But I've been thinking, so heading into vaults, I think it would be nice because we're going to be meeting a lot more elemental enemies in vaults to have RF at all times. So in order to do that, I think we want to switch to our large shield of fire resistance. Oh, there's a scroll of silence on that elf, in elf 1 there. It's unexpected. Yeah, so our current large shield has some extra intelligence on it. Where am I going? It's back up there. Has some extra int, but we now have huge amounts of int. Oops. So I don't care about the intelligence so much. And the extra regen, I mean it's nice, but having RF always is probably better now. We're going to be meeting fire giants, fire dragons, potentially Mara, potentially the other girl, whose name I can't remember. Marjorie? Yep, that's the one. So now let me just check. We've got RF, RC, yep. We've only got 2 pips of MR, so if we see any enemy that can hex us, we're going to want to switch to our Longsword of Misery, which is the MR RC plus sword. But otherwise I think we're pretty fine. It looks a bit scary because we've got random rage here, but that will only apply if we actively tab an enemy with this flail, which I shouldn't do. We need some food. Yes! All that waiting, we got to save a ration. Wait, I didn't pick it up. Oh no, and then, oh, wait, it's still there. Alright, good. I didn't pick it up because the Yaktor was in vision. Oh, because we can't carry that many items. This never ends. Let us drop. We need all these things. Also, we've been rotted 1 point of HP, so it's just Quaff Curing to deal with that. Let me drop an evocable. Let's drop the sack of spiders. That's really not that exciting with the amount of evocations training we have. Oh, see, I accidentally tabbed that time. I did up. So I guess I could have accidentally random raged there. What I could do, if I want to be really safe about this, is we go to the flail, we inscribe it, and we do !A. Then that will give a warning if we ever try to attack with it. So we'll test in a sec. First of all, oh well, we can't test it because we need to wield our MR sword against the wizard. Alright, hang on. We'll try again in a sec. Yeah, let's test it on this orc. On one of these. Yep, see now if I try to move into it, saying do you really want to attack? And then I'll say no. And we'll instead use some sick AoE spells on all those orcs. Make a bunch of noise to kill some plain orcs. Feels good, man. Cool. Let me check our spell list now that we have all this extra int. 8% chance to fail on Iron Shot, 34% chance on Orb of Destruction. So we have started training some conjurations. I think we'll probably do a bit more earth magic in the future. Let's do it now. Wait, I didn't want to do a target, I just wanted to train it. Yeah, I already have a target for earth magic at 12, so we'll just turn it on. It just, I don't know, it seemed lazy. It's like, the target is already set. That makes it even more worth to train. That's a shapeshifter. Simulacrum. It's an interesting enemy. That's not one you see every day. 3 enchant weapon scrolls. Alright, we're gonna up our blowgun. I can't remember the last time I've used this, but we don't need more. Oh, good. I should have done an iron shot there, so that that Convoker was calling in enemies. You really don't want that to happen. So what I could have done is just used our most powerful spell to try and finish him off before they arrived. But I didn't. And I wasn't punished. A crystal broadaxe, we may as well ID it. Maybe it has even more than 10 int. It does not. So we're not real interested in that. Well, the smite targeting on LRD is really useful against boggets, but if they're standing in the open, it won't really help you. Chances of agony 15%. That's okay. 15% is basically like 0, right? Yeah, confirmed. I was like, I'm just gonna swing, but we took countermeasures against that. See, I had to do safety precautions against myself. I don't know. I just decided to let's just random rage that guy. But yes, we couldn't. Just wanted the flesh, and now we're fighting a frost giant. How easily can we orbit destruction him? Not very easily, but let's give it a go. I'm feeling lucky. It missed. Wow, what a spell. And where am I going without ever knowing the way? That's alright. We can do a loop here. Alright. I mean, we have RC. I can get even more. Or we could just dodge him because we're stealthy. Okay, that works too. Alright, we can reset it now. Cool. Still using IMBs. Yes, so let's... Oh no, we're probably out of range. For Iron Shot we are. Okay, let me see if I can just quickly blow him up. I don't think we're gonna get there. Well, he only caught in a bunch of Yaktors. Alright, let's start bailing. That's a mited wolf spider, and he's really fast, so we should blow him up before we do anything else. These Yaktors and Centaurs chasing us, whatever. We have a large shield. We'll block them all day. Let's use some shocks on the Yaktor here, because there are a bunch of other enemies behind him. But again, we're really stealthy. That was a what? Paralysis wand. We have 41 paralysis charges. Oh yeah, it feels good to use shocks. let me do some more of that. Just feels real great, real magic efficient. So the 1 mana partially ignores enemy AC, triggers our Shadow Mimic. It's fantastic. Let's just kill an Etten with it. Let's not, because he's getting on top of us. I regret my decision. Getting double zaps down there as well. Fantastic. It's the small things in life, you know. Also, sometimes the big things in life, as we find in a requirement scroll. This looks like a shop that I've spotted down here in the bottom right. So just before I blow this, I'm going to test to see if that is a shop and what's in it. Because maybe we want to acquire a bunch of gold. It is indeed a shop. So these high level players, that's why you come here. So what do we got? Nothing very exciting. Okay. So it didn't pan out, but you saw the thinking. That's a terrible poison ring that also gives you evasion -3 and RC minus. Yeah, we don't want anything from that. Okay, so what do we want? Do we want to try to acquire armor and get some sick magic hat? That's sort of the most exciting thing maybe. Our jewelry is pretty good. We don't care about weapons. We don't really care about books. We've got all the spells that we probably will need. There's nothing that we're saving for where we want a ton of gold. I think we just roll armor and we hope we get a magic hat or some sort of better artifact gloves or something like that. You can hear the planes flying in right now to drop in our spoils. Here it comes. Pop! Wait, pop. I heard it pop, fall from the sky. Oh. Anyway, let's see, what do we get? An ichor stained cloak. Or ichor. I never know how you say that word. +2 int +3. As great as extra int is, we're better off just having cold resistance. So that's a bust. I have to wait for the next plane to come through, I think. Got another Death Knight. He's doing his reflection thing. I've never figured out yet if he reflects the Shadow Mimic. Oh, he had a distortion axe. Whoops. Didn't even notice. Oh well. On to the next. Wand of Scattershot with 2 charges. We're not going to pick that up. If that was clouds, I probably would. Remind me, are there ghosts anywhere we haven't dealt with? No. We've got Crazy Youth sitting on D2 still. Wait, can't be on D2. He is on D2. You have D2 use? Yeah, you can. That's right. D2 is the earliest you can spawn. Well, yeah. We want to kill the Vault Warden. Let's LRD him so we get some AoE. He's going to lock us in. He's also just going to come fight us. So he needs to die before we get trapped. And I should not leave that door shut because that's on our retreat path. So if we're being chased and we have to spend an extra turn opening the door, that could kill us. Fan of Gales. We already know I'm not going to remember my evocables, so why even bother? Here's our first Vault Sentinel. So I'm wielding the MR sword, and now we've got a 9% chance to be marked, which with the frequency they spam that spell, 9% is still pretty high, but it's better than what it was before I wielded that. Let's go back again. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me put the Sword of Misery on B, so I can swap with Apostrophe, because when do we ever use the Singing Sword? I don't know. We used it a couple of times, but not often. That's sort of our backup weapon if we ever run out of magic points. Let's get through the door here, because we don't want to get locked in with that Vault Warden. He has a Bardish of what? Freezing. Well, I'd like to Iron Shot him, but I'm not wielding the right thing. Well, I don't know. I could wield the right thing, because none of these are MR enemies. Let's try to Iron Shot this Convoker before he summons a bunch of stuff. Alright, got him, but he summoned. Alright, oh, and there's another Warden. Okay, we're probably getting trapped in here we are. This is real dangerous now. We're out of magic points. We've got a Warden who's going to trap us in. We haven't seen the full extent of what the Convoker summoned in, and we don't know what else is behind all of this. And we're also on a relatively unexplored floor. So if I try to teleport, there's a decent chance that our situation might be worse. Because wherever we land, we're not going to have magic points. So what should we do? All this stuff says invis. How about we make some Box of Beasts? And we just see if this will kill stuff for us. Yeah, I didn't think so. Paralysis, 1 in 4 chance. Got him. Alright. Oh, that doesn't open the door though. But it does let us then just kill him, right? Because now I can shoot him with acid. And I don't know. We'll just blow all our evocables so we didn't have to teleport out of here. Alright, cool. There you go. We had so many paralysis charges that I didn't mind just spamming 1 in 4 shots. And he was still kind of far away from us. So we had some time. Alright. Well, that went much better than it potentially could have. Here's a Revenant. They do huge amounts of damage with Ghostly Fireball in particular. So I'm just going to try to blow him up. We could switch to our our positive energy ring. But I just wanted to kill him straight away. With RN, we'd be less susceptible to his spells. 11% paralyzed. We should have our MR sword out against that. I mean, especially if we're just casting shocks anyway. So like, we're pretty maxed out on shock spell power, I'd imagine. We are. Even without plus 10 in. Oh dear, he's gonna convoke. I won't be able to kill him in time from there. I noticed too late. Yeah, and he made another warden. Damn it. Can we just clutch you and then run? So I'm just hoping they kind of get stuck in the clutch and sort of hold up the warden. Well, the warden didn't notice us. Yeah, this is all our disc and all our stealth training, all 2.0 of it. Giant, glowing brain. This Yaktor captain is killing us despite all our evasion, all our AC, all our shield. One thing about Draconians is, so you tend to have decent AC because of your scales, especially because we're a grey Draconian, but you have no guaranteed damage reduction. So if you're really unlucky, you can roll a 0 on your armor rolls. It's not something you should really worry about too much, but it does mean sometimes you can just inexplicably take huge amounts of damage if you get unlucky. And I don't know, it kind of seemed like that against the Yaktor captain. We just suddenly lost half our health. We're wielding our MR thing for the warden. I'm going to try to blow him up. No. We need to get back before Convoker does his thing. No, I don't have the magic points to blow him up, and now we're too late. Fortunately, well, he didn't summon a warden, but there was another one down there. I'm gonna go deal with that one, the one down the bottom. I think I've been calling sentinels wardens too. Just everyone's a warden. He has a vamp battle axe. That would be very exciting on a lot of characters. Not this one though. Yeah. We're not being lazy, we should come open all these doors again. So we can retreat. Quick check of our skills. You know what? I don't know. We're still focusing shields. We could probably just train that, seeing as our spells are pretty castable generally. I don't know. It will drop the failures though. We'll keep focusing it, I suppose. Very tricksy. A storm dragon. We have Aralek at all times because it's on our amulet. So he's not too scary. He also can't see invis, so he's one that we could have cheesed. Pew 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 pew. That is a lot of ugly things. Let's bust out all our AoE. So we get to clutch stuff. We could throw down a full-minute prism right in the middle of them, and then the one who's not stuck there will then kill it. Alright, look at this value we're about to get. And then we can not LRD ourselves. Okay, we're not going to get value, never mind. There we go, look at that value. Here's a value LRD. We hit 4 of them at once. Fantastic. Let's back up. Yeah, we should be fine against a stone giant at range with all our shield. And again, there were 2 enemies that we could have invised against. Same with this very ugly thing. I might do that actually. Or not. Very ugly things can do a lot of damage and they're faster than you. So I think it makes sense to make the defensive play. I don't know how to get to him. There's a Rakshasa. Let's try to hit him in the back, because he's gonna create chaos if he starts making lots of copies of things. And why is our LRD so weak? Oh yeah, there he is. Got him. Oh, and now we have this Vault Warden to kill. We're out of magic points. He hasn't locked us in yet, which is strange, but I know if we make a run for the door, he definitely will. We've made it to level 21, so we're going to pick another level int. Let me just blow all our 18 Ice Blast charges on him. Okay, there's a Convoker, so that's probably not going to work for too much longer. Alright, we've got him. What came in? I don't know, I got a... Didn't see it. I got a Force Maul, but I don't know what it was for. And let's run. There's way too much stuff in there, and multiple Convokers. This is why we open the doors. Pew 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 pew. Look at all those explosions. It's pretty sick. That is a tank. That was a fire giant zombie. These zombies, you can LRD on them. Oh no, you can't. You only can skeletons. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. That's too much stuff. Let's Val Clutch this all. No, let's Val Clutch the Convoker. As again, I'm not respecting him. Really asking for trouble. What's also really cool off the shock, I think I have... Oh, hang on. I've got a Convoker to kill. No, I can't, he's out of range. I have talked about this before, but when you do a bolt spell, so the shock, you get a bolt out of your Shadow Mimic as well. So you can shoot whole lines of enemies with your Shadow Mimic just by using 1 magic point shots. He has a Distortion Axe. He's also impossible to kill. Yeah, I don't really want to shoot myself, thank you. Alright, Vaults 2 done. On to Vaults 3. We hear the crackle of arcane power. So that's the Wiz Lab. It's worth doing that. You can have good loot in the Wiz Lab. I'm going to search for it. We're looking for yellow things on our map. That looks like one of those shop vaults where 3 of them will be shut and another one's open. So I'm going to say the Wiz Lab is definitely that one. And to get there, we just run up. Okay, we got pretty lucky on stairs too. We're pretty nearby. Oh, there were 2 stairs in here. And the other one's up there, which is a lot further. Probably should have kept shocking him rather than IMB, because we want to keep all our magic points up just in case we have to fight big hordes of enemies to get in here. Turns out we didn't. I'm gonna drop some stuff. So the Seeing Sword and the Curare, just so we have some slots to pick up loot, so we don't have to be really sad inside there. Let's drop. That's maybe our one acid wand. This is the Hall of the Hellbinder. Okay. This one has, you fight a bunch of demons and then you fight the Hellbinder at the end. This is actually quite a dangerous one. So most portals generally that you go in, if you end up inside, you can just immediately leave. But for Hellbinder, you can see there's no exit. You have to fight your way to it. Okay, so I think maybe this layout, it wasn't too far. But some of them you have to actually literally fight your way to get there. Nekasek. So we don't want to get mutated. He can't see invis though. So let's preemptively go invisible. And then, yeah, he then just doesn't do his thing. Good. So he's making steam for us. Cool. We cheesed all those demons. It seemed like none of those had see invis. There are likely to be Calca demons in here. Those ones mutate you and see invis. Let's blow up that green death too, because we don't have any poison on right now. Yeah, so hopefully we don't get mutated in here. Oh, speak of the devil, and he dots appear. Here's the Calca demon. Yeah, can mutate you, see invis. So let's try to blow him up when he's iron shots. Good, he didn't mutate us. I mean, if he did, we've got plenty of mutation potions. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But still. Alright, we ran out of magic points. What do? Well, this is where the Singing Sword would probably be pretty useful, actually, because of the amount of summons that these monsters have made. Yeah, I don't want to swing with my Rage Sword. It's alright. We're not taking much damage from a plain Trident and Red Devil when we got 29 shield. It's all good. That gave us Summon Hydra. A scroll of summoning. A Tormentor comes into view. Torments you but also doesn't see invis. So we just cheese him as well. And that's why. Really didn't need to Iron Shot the Tormentor. I don't know. While we're invis, he's not really threatening. I don't know why I'm even bothering to kill those, they're just summons. A Sun Demon, that's fine. We have RF at all times. Soul Eater, also not a big deal. We could have put positive energy on against the Soul Eater if we really wanted to. Okay, and then some of these Hellbinders, something's hitting me. Hang on. Oh, I'm going to Nekasek. Let's quickly go invis. Alright, good. Before we lose all our magic points against this guy. Oh. And here's a Tormentor. Let's Ice Blast. We're kind of out of magic points. I don't care too much about the Blizzard Demon. Oh wait, I do care because we're flying and he has Airstrike. Okay, so let's stop flying against the Blizzard Demon. But I really want to kill the Tormentor. Okay, good. And then we have enough to Vile Clutch you. And that should probably do it. Alright, good. Perfect. Oh, there's another Cacodemon. And we're out of magic points. Damn it. Okay. They are vulnerable. No. Oh, vulnerable to silver. Okay, that doesn't really help us. How do we blow him up without anything? Do you reckon a file of floods could kill him? Well, I guess we can find out. Oh, and we can Vial Clutch him there. Okay. That allows us to then shoot some Ice Blasts while he's clutched and fighting our dude. We got 2 Water Elementals with only 5 evocations training. That seems really unlikely. Well, apparently it happened. Normally you need to be more around 10 for that. It must have been a pretty low chance. I'm gonna Iron Shot the Balrog. I don't really want to mess around with him. Here's our Hellbinder, damn it. They can be quite scary. So if we have a look, Hellbinder has Hell Damnation, which of course always hurts. Has Haste, so you can haste, blink away, and then just spam you with Damnation. And also can summon greater demons. So I want to kill the Hellbinder as quickly as possible. He's outside of Iron Shot range. We got 19% chance to fail over destruction, so I'm just going to go with that. One of those. We got it luckily. And now that he's in Iron Shot range, we'll just try to blow him up. Okay, that worked really quickly. The Magin Bow. It's a pretty interesting item. So it's a vampiric staff. It's Archmagi, so it makes all your spells stronger. Gives you magic points and int. And you're like, oh, where's the downside? That's amazing. The downside is that for every magic point you spend while you're wielding this, you lose a HP. So I don't think we'll be using it. But anyway, it's an interesting weapon. This is a plus 11 Demon Trident of Draining with even more stealth and even more dex. That is a book that gives us Core Canine Familiar, some Rune Boots, plus 0 boots of stealth. If these were plus 2 boots of stealth, I think I'd wear these over our boots of flying. Especially because we have the ability to fly on our amulet. No. I feel like we have plus fly on something else. It was on the Demon Trident we just picked up. Maybe I imagined it. Anyway, I think I'd go with stealth, but because these boots are plus 0 and our flying are plus 2, I think we'll stick with the flying. I'm going to ID this Wavering Bone Ring. Plus flight RL. There you go, there's a plus flight ring. We don't really need that. Rune Demon Trident, I mean we can test, it's freezing. We have an Elec one already. And I mean we just got that plus 11 Demon Trident. It's pretty amazing. Another artifact ring. RF, RC plus, int plus 2. Fantastic. That's a very easy swap over our protection from firing. This one is just better. We can have RF and RC if we want to use it. What ring am I meant to have right now? Oh, protection from magic. A manual of summonings. That's our second manual of summonings, I think. Yup, 2 manuals of summonings. So the game really wants us to be a summoner. Which I think I'm going to resist still because I just don't feel like playing a summoner. I don't know. I'm having fun being a blaster caster. And here's a Staff of Conjurations. Let's take the protection from firing out with us. There's no point leaving it in here, I suppose. I don't care about the Demon Whip. I don't care about the other Demon Trident. Alright. Some pretty fantastic loot in here. So we're going to drop Magin Bow. What else? Protection from firing. Manual summonings that we're not using. I mean, maybe if we finish training all this stuff that we're doing. No, see, I'd just rather take fighting towards 27 and have more dodging. TBH. Let's get this stuff again. Question. If we're out of magic points and we're using a weapon with no training, would I rather have the Singing Sword or would I rather have a plus 11 Demon Trident? I feel like the singing sword, because even if we don't actually swing with it, we can still do damage. So I'm going to drop the demon trident as well. And probably also the staff of conjurations, we'll drop that. It gives you a spell power boost to conjuration spells, but if I had to guess, I think it would be less than we're getting a boost from having 10 int at all times. So not a bad Wizlab. And we didn't get mutated. There are even more mutation potions in our game, right? There's another one we could buy. There are 8. Alright. Oh, we just got alarm trapped. Let's quickly run back around this way. We're going to try to get back to the upstairs here. I can't see that, really? It's alright. Let's try to bar clutch this guy. Seeing that he's off the wall. Oh, these ones are real. Yeah. Oh wait, our mark wore off? Why is it so short? It feels like a really short mark. I don't know. But we've alerted things. So there's probably a bunch of things coming to us right now. Lol. Just standing here in melee range of these two enemies. Just using shots, taking literally no damage. Here's another scroll of acquirement. Same reasoning as the last one. Let's go for armor. Hope for a magic hat. Artifact gloves. +2 gloves with +2 int. I'll take it. I'll take +2 int over +3 strength on a blaster caster any day of the week. I mean, that's not like a game-changing item, but it's still an upgrade. I was right about this shop vault, by the way. It's a cloak of poison resistance. We've already got one of those. Tell them we've already got one. Oh, right. MR sword. There's also something slowing and hitting us. Well, we need our MR on because we got this sentinel. And Valkotchu. Valkotchu. Go away. Alright, good. Even more lig. Do we need 9 lignification potions at this point? I don't know. I mean maybe. To be honest, maybe yes. With how crazy teleportation traps in Zot are, I've had quite a few times where I've just been teleported into the lungs and there's like a curse 2 around. So being torment immune is pretty OP when that happens. Rakshasa. I like how when they split, even the split versions keep the little zombie hands on them. I don't know, it's a nice touch. I mean, you kind of need that because otherwise you'd be able to very easily tell which one was the real one. But I don't know, it just makes me feel happy for some reason. I guess because it's more value. cost 1, get 3 cost worth. Well, no, yeah. File clutches AoE, you get all 3 of them anyway, but I think you get what I'm getting at. Like this value. And actually these are metal walls. We should be using LRD more on this floor. Metal walls do more explosion damage than rock does. That is a plane ring. I sort of would have thought we'd seen all of them by now. Ring of stealth. Let's step back around that corner and not get dispersal trapped everywhere, which makes this a really bad way to approach this room, but we have no choice. Oh, wait, we can get from the other side? We do have a choice. Alright, then let's stay away from the dispersal trap. I'm going to shut this door so we have time to wield our MR sword without getting trapped. And let's preemptively go invis. Helps us against the very ugly things. Not with the sentinel though. And then I guess we metal wall, explode things. Nice, that's really good damage. Cool. One of the sad things about metal walls though is that you can't bounce electricity off it. So we don't get high value shocks. Found a new artifact sword. Oh, we reached level 12 for earth magic. So what did that do? It brought our... well, I can't compare right now because we're not wielding our plus 10 int weapon. Here we go. Iron shot is down to 2% chance to fail. Alright, well that's fantastic. So that little bit of extra earth training did a lot, apparently. I guess we've also been training conjuration, so I don't know, whatever. Seeing Tengu Reavers in these non-Vaults 5 floors scares me because it could indicate that Sojobu is running around, and Sojobu is really scary. I note that we're not flying, which is good already, because she has a really high damage airstrike. Plain human, that's odd. It might be, yeah, shapeshifter. It's not an everyday enemy you see walking around, just a human. Sphinx has hexes. Should probably check. Well, we got all the MR on, so it's 1 at the moment. Yeah, whatever. Better safe than sorry. I probably shouldn't mess around with this guy. He's got a 10% chance to mock us, so we should just be killing him, not messing around with shocks. Fortunately, LRD is loud, so it attracted more. While he's standing next to the walls, I try to blow him up. We didn't get there. How are we gonna kill him then? We're out of magic points. We're locked in. We could just quaff. Oh, we only got 1 magic potion. That's not so good. Can we just ice blast him to death? Probably. Cool. And let's escape and reset. It's a good thing we found so many ice blast charges. What I maybe also could have tried is just pulling out the Song of the Singing Sword. There's so many enemies around, we might have just killed stuff with sonic damage. That's just a +2 shield. Alright, not too exciting. Another shop. It's got 8 more ice blasts. Well, these have been fantastic. I'm gonna insta buy those. Let's also pick up this magic mapping scroll. The other stuff I don't care so much about. Box of Beasts, good. Did we... Those 2 uses of the other one used it all entirely? That's unfortunate. This is kind of scary. I made a bunch of noise already. We're sort of straddling multiple unknown areas because we've explored really badly with auto explore. So I don't know, I don't feel comfortable making this much noise and then just sitting here in the open like this. Could be attracting a lot of things to us. Yeah, let's do more sane exploration. Thank you, Auto Explorer. I want to be closer to our stairs. Not doing this. Oh. suddenly Warden. I'm lazy. I'm just going to identify this ring. It's a protection from cold ring. We've got plenty of RC already, so we'll ignore that. We've got it on our sword, we've got it on our cloak, and we've got it on another ring that we're carrying. Oh, well this looks like Marjorie. We got one RF, we probably want more, or we could just run away. Bravely run away, bravely run away. These regular Hell Knights don't see Invis, and I don't see Marjorie. I mean, you see Hell Knights in if you see Hell Knights in vaults, that's Marjorie for sure, because these guys don't spawn here. But she hasn't appeared yet. Looks like she's gonna fight without her troop. I should preemptively put on extra RF instead of protection from magic, because her fireballs and bolts of fire do a lot of damage. But where is she? Is that really not Marjorie? Like it had a necromancer with them. Maybe that's a special vault, because it's not normal for Hell Knights to spawn in here in vaults, I'm pretty sure. Just as natural enemies without Marjorie. Maybe I'm just wrong. No, that can't be right. Is it the Hell Knights that are wrong? Wait, no. Am I out of touch? No, it is the Hell Knights that are out of touch. This sword is a holy sword with the slow property on it, so that's going to be a no from me. Also random rage, which is unacceptable on a longsword, because it will trigger when you riposte. Ah, cool. Alright, well, we're done exploring, so that's vaults 1 to 4 done. We're up to depths now. Oh, we're actually just dying to this guy. Okay, so we weren't really done with depths yet. Oh, with vaults yet. We still had that to go. Oh yeah, we still have. Oh man, I'm just remembering we still have shadow form. We haven't even used it once. I haven't even thought about it once. I mean, the situations in recent times that have gone bad have been because we've run out of magic points. It's not because we were actually like losing our HP. But yeah, we still have all our god abilities that we've never used. Anyway, it's time to go to depths. I think I want to just go stick my head in and have a look. So I'm going to go to 0, which means go to the entrance, because if we're being real optimal, really optimal, we should be going invis before we go down new stairs, just in case. Wow. Oh, it's saying okay then. Oh, because I'm flying into the air, right. Invis is on F. Okay, my bad. Okay, and we have a look. And then we think we really need to have MR out so that we can just blow up this giant orb of eyes, because that's really scary here if we're going to be stair dancing stuff. Alright, we're starving. The large rock from the stone giant was thrown at the fire dragon and killed it. Oh, what an idiot. I think we got rid of the rest of the MR enemies there, so we can be... I don't even know how you say that. Jetty X Kai wielders. We're gonna go invis again though. Oh no, there is another giant eyes. So it's a 10% chance to get paralyzed. That may not seem that high, but look at all these enemies around us. So if we did get 10% paralyzed, we could very easily die. I should take that up right now. Okay. And there are a lot of invis susceptible monsters around. All these ugly things, most of the ogres, stone giants. So we're going to keep doing this. I wish we had Shatter though. That'd be pretty great. I'm real glad we have invis. Actually, there's an ogre mage that potentially has paralyze, so we should have MR out. I can test it. It does not have paralyze. We're aware of it, but there's another one who we don't know about, so that one might have paralyze. So we need to have the MR sort out until all these guys die. How much RF do we have right now? Only one. Just thinking about immolation. No, I shouldn't do this. Let's just keep stair dancing. Let's play it safe. Just take our time. Take it nice and easy. The deep trolls see invis though. Oh, the Eye of Draining can see invis. I should not be messing around. This is a crazy. Actually, we have random blink? Let's random blink out of that corner. So the fire giant can see invis. So let's iron shot him because we're dying. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, so we don't want to just be sitting there while the fire giant hits us with spells. And again, crazy reception here to depths. If we didn't have invis, I don't know. This might be crazy enough where I'd consider just reading a teleportation scroll and then just going down and then hoping just to land somewhere else. Reached level 22. Suddenly, Rakshasas and a Lich. Okay, I should just go back up. I don't want to mess around with the Lich when I'm not full magic points. And I do want to be invis again. I also would rather not have a Lich and a Rakshasa at the same time for this reason you see here. They make a lot of them. Let's go back up. We got poison arrowed, that hurt. Lich is next to us, so I'm going to bar clutch him to take away his evasion, and we're just going to iron shot. Nice. And I think we're good to just go down now. Another orb of eyes. They keep coming. It's a good thing we have the extra MR. Okay, now we're probably okay with our mace. They keep coming. They don't stop. Alright, it looks like we have finally made a foothold here in depths. We're resting on the entrance and we're not getting swarmed anymore. So that's going to be it for this episode. If you join me in the next one, we'll finish depths. We'll start thinking about our third rune. We'll start thinking about trying to end this game. It's almost time for the next game of the month. It's almost time for the August game of the month. And I think this one is the June one. Anyway, I'll pull my finger out. See you next time.